Welcome to the Phenix Virtual Impact Summit 2021, the 8th event already in a row. We will talk about accelerating impact investing towards the 2030 goals. My name is Manuel Adamini. I work as a professional speaker and moderator on All Matters Sustainable Finance. I'm pleased and I'm grateful to Phenix Capital Group that they're having me again as the chair for the following 2 days. We will have a look in a minute at a very inspirational movie, again by Issimo and the team headed there by Jakob Hoene. I trust you all know Issimo for its fabulous capacity to crystallize a brand's story, a brand's narrative onto movie and film. This video that you're going to see in a sec has been specifically produced for the Phenix Capital Group for the purpose of this event. And it will help us set the scene and remind us of the urgency and the importance of the tasks in front of us. Right after the movie, you will have the pleasure to hear a welcome address by your very host for these 2 days, the Chief Executive Officer of the Phenix Capital Group, Dirk Meuleman. Let's have a look, shall we?
Causality, the invisible architect that builds the inevitable future. Domino pushes domino. Cause produces effect. Our actions create the predictable intersections that lie along our trajectories. And there always comes a point of no return where momentum locks in outcomes and the future fills with tragic inevitabilities. But humans are built for reacting to emergencies on the scale of human life. Not slow-motion disasters that quietly eclipse us and dull our sense of when our reaction is too late. So it becomes our job to pay attention and to use our imaginations to translate the vast emergency of our planet's survival into a human-scale emergency we can grasp instinctively and to which we must react. It isn't easy, especially when things feel so much bigger than us. But if we choose not to act, that point of no return will surely come, and escaping the outcome will be impossible. Our point of no return most certainly exists, and it is urgently upon us. Our planet and our loved ones lie in the path of our choices, in the narrow funnel drawing us toward inevitability. So there is no time like the present to change course.
We are facing slow-moving crises. The world's getting warmer, and still we live outside of our planetary boundaries. What must we do to ensure that we stop global warming? But also, we're also facing slow-moving crises socially. Far too many people in the world are still living in poverty, while there's an increasing concentration of wealth in the hands of the very few. How do we create a global economy that is diverse, inclusive, circular, and provides basic goods and services for all? Slow-moving crises. In terms of biodiversity loss, air pollution, land degradation, nature services have far too long been taken for granted. How do we ensure we pass our planet to the next generation, a planet where nature is flourishing? These are all slow-moving crises without quick fixes, without easy solutions. And even COVID hasn't made us slam the brakes yet. How do we ensure that the allocation of capital works to solve some of these slow-moving crises? We have 10 years left for the Sustainable Development Goals. This is the decade of action. We need to look at how we want to position our investment portfolios for these transitional times. Times not only of risks, but also times of unprecedented opportunities, of opportunities to invest into these transitions, be they climate or social. There are a number of things that show me that we can, that give me hope, that as an industry, impact investing is rising to the challenges. We see better data on the impact of companies, of funds, on investment portfolios, and better accounting measures are underway. Impact-weighted accounts will have a tremendous impact at how we look at brands, companies, and investment portfolios. Impact claims are increasingly being verified, and with SFDR, we see a big move forwards in terms of the reporting, not only looking at positive anecdotes, but also looking at negative risks. We also see, and this is one of the most hopeful things, that more and more asset owners are deciding to align their entire portfolio with the Sustainable Development Goals. And we see movements like the Net Zero Asset Owner Alliance that set ambitious targets, but with clear intermediate steps to reduce the carbon emissions of their portfolios. Finally, impact benchmarks. They are in development. At Phenix Capital, we've started a consultation around this, where we're trying to make it for asset owners that they can compare the impact funds in their portfolio and compare them with each other. And if you want to be part of this consultation, please reach out to me. We'd happily discuss this with you as well. In this conference, we will look at all these different signs of hope. We will focus today on the environmental dimension, specifically on the urgency of tackling the climate crisis, biodiversity loss, and transitioning to net zero. Other topics include regulatory aspects, as well as the opportunities to scale up investments in emerging economies. Tomorrow, we will deep dive on social aspects of impact investing, such as diversity, inclusion, ethical investing, and measuring net impact on society. Tools to address impact measurement and performance evaluation, and frameworks for building an impact allocation aligned with the SDGs. In parallel, around this two-day program, we have set up well over 400 individual meetings with institutional asset owners and a select group of impact fund managers. These meetings allow asset owners to efficiently explore scalable impact investment strategies that may fit their mandate across public-private markets, targeting a wide variety of impact themes. However, all of them are targeting competitive financial returns. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to thank all our sponsors, participants, and supporters that make this event possible, with special thanks for our strategic partners for this event, the GIN, MN, PGGM, and the PRI, as well as, of course, IFC, again, as our lead sponsor for this event. We have less than 10 years to go for the Sustainable Development Goals. Let's make them count.
That was, ladies and gentlemen, Dirk Meuleman, Chief Executive Officer of the Phenix Capital Group, and evidently your host for this very event. I think we should use the opportunity to congratulate Dirk and his team at Phenix for this very impressive lineup of speakers, sponsors, a huge audience, and have you heard? They are having 400 Investor Connect meetings happening in the background. That is really very impressive. Congrats.